also about being on code. You know, me and Royce had this conversation. A lot of people are confused. Why are you bringing Eminem into this? You just trying to deflect for Vlad. I wasn't deflecting. I thought everything that Royce said was 100% accurate. He didn't say anything that was wrong. He said a bunch of things that was right. Only thing that we just conflicted was you need an apology. I don't require an apology. I just need you to fix the wrong. So that was our only conflict. And we also conflicted as a black man, when you hear something come from somebody who you deem as an enemy, even though I deem him as a friend, if you hear something come from a third party that doesn't positively reflect me, don't bring it to the internet before you bring it to me, especially when you have my phone number. Because that's being on code also. Being on code is saying somebody says something negative about a brother that I know is a stand-up brother, and it reflects him in a negative light. So I'm not going to put that on the internet. What I'm going to do is call that brother and say, hey, this brother said this. And even if I'm still going to put it out, I'm going to give you the benefit of a call first. I'm going to communicate with you because we want us to be shining. We want us to be connected. We want us to be on code, as you said, on code. We want to be on the same exact page. So I would expect a brother who is telling me about the code to follow that code. You know, so other than that, we didn't have any conflict. But I also want the brother Royce to find out when I put out the situation about Eminem and Mariah Carey, it was brought to me after because, you know, I don't follow the internet beefs and all that shit. I don't really know, but there was somebody that reached out to me and said, you know, it's kind of ironic that Royce would have that position about being on code, and Eminem has been calling Mariah, a black woman, bitches and whores for 10 years straight. You know, disrespected her and her husband. You know, even Nick had to get involved, and Nick even quoted as saying, you know, it's crazy how a white man can call our queens bitches and whores in this day and age. You know, and being on code. Now, this is your friend. This is somebody that you call a friend, you know. And I think it would be on code to at least say, yo, brother, you need to stop talking about that woman. You had a supposed relationship that she still has never claimed 10 years ago. You know, that's a black woman. You done called her whores, but you done did everything. Just leave it alone. Still in 2019, you still bringing up that black woman's name. As a white man, this is your white friend. So I think if we're going to be on code, I don't want people to say I was trying to deflect. No. Call out Vlad, because he did some bullshit. Call him out. Yeah. You know, call him out. I'm not saying you wrong. Do it. You require apology. I just require the right to, regardless of what, we knew that this brother who was a guest in hip hop, this white man who was a guest in hip hop, had to make some type of, there has to be some recourse. There has to be some level of, you know, reprimand, some level of atonement, something. We both agreed with that. We both did. The difference was we disagreed with the level and what looked like atonement to you. Somebody saying apologize to you or sorry to you was something that you felt comfortable with. For me, I don't need an apology if it's not based in honesty and ain't based in where it comes from. You know, so that's the only thing we differ. But in this situation, you know, when I talked about Eminem and Mariah, it was basically to say, Royce, that's your best friend. That's your friend. You willing to die for him. That's your man. You quoted many a time. This is my friend, and I know him, and this and that, and Marshall's this, and he's this. Call him out. Say, bruh, stop talking about that black woman. I don't give a fuck how long ago you talked about it. If my best friend is with me right now, if he had a relationship with a black woman, a black man, and he calling up bitches and whores 10 years later, I'm calling him out. So you know I'm calling a white man out. So this is what it is for me. If we're going to be on code, let's be on code all the time. Let's get serious about this code. Let's not do it because we don't like Vlad. Okay, Vlad is an easy target. He said shit that people call him a culture vulture. He's done a bunch of shit. People are saying it's easy. Vlad is the easiest target in the world. He's a blogger that most people don't like. But Eminem is the loved white boy that raps in even white, black, green. So it's harder for you to call him because this is somebody this is your friend. Let's not go after the easy targets. Let's walk in the room with the people that have some level of credibility that are attacking, you know, our black culture. They're doing shit that's outside of the code. And because that's your friend, I think if you're holding people to a standard of keeping people on code and having a moral standard of saying people have to apologize, that you need to have apology, that you held me to, saying, Mike, you need to tell me apologize. He didn't apologize because you told him he didn't have to. So if that's your position, which I disagree with, then I want you to have a position of saying, I need you to apologize to that woman because you respect me. You know, I need you to leave that woman alone. I need in person, because I respect you as a black man, Royce. I'm going to be on code. Because if we being gatekeepers, because right now what it is you are somebody who's respected in hip hop. I respect you. You respect it. You have a voice. And you're a black man, and you talk eloquently. You know how to do all the things. So you have the unique position to be the person who sets a precedence. You're setting a precedence. You made Lord Jamal and Godfrey have to go back and think. And when they had to think and they said something that made me have to say to myself, you know what, Mice? This ain't about what you thought it was about. This ain't about integrity. This is about somebody saying that black people aren't valuable enough to apologize to. And you made me have to rethink. So I want to return the favor, brother. I want you to be on the same code. I know that's your friend and this and that, and you're going to defend them, because when you say it's loyal, when you're a man and you say somebody's your friend, then your loyalty, sometimes it's to a fault, because that's how I am. But you can't impose a code that you don't follow. Just doesn't work like that. You can't have people can't respect the code that you're issuing that you haven't followed. So it's not to attack you, brother, because in no way, I don't think you was trying to attack me. You know, even though I think that should have been done differently, I don't think it was an attack on me. I think you were saying some shit that you felt I should be doing. And I'm taking it. I'm taking it, beloved. But I'm also saying, do the same. If we're going to create a code and we showing people how to treat us, then show people how to treat us from the beginning. That's the top white boy in hip-hop. Show him that he can't disrespect a black woman for 10 years. You can't call her whores and sluts. You can't keep bringing up her pussy and all of these things because you mad at a rapper. Talk about the rapper. Talk about him. You know, if we on code, because a white man can't do that. That's what you told me. A white man can't feel comfortable enough to be in hip-hop and violate us without saying sorry. I agree, beloved. Now I'm just asking you to abide by the same code that you asking us to abide by.
All right, man, I say that part of the video for today. I wanted to cook on that one a little bit longer. You see Mysonne, I guess somebody pointed out to him that Royce the 5'9" had been protecting Eminem for years and years. And I'm even taking a step forward or further and let him know something that he may not know. But hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And basically, Royce the 5'9" was getting at Mysonne about, basically, people thought Mysonne was protecting Vlad TV. He said Vlad was my friend, Vlad lent me money. And even one of the dudes from Buffalo who got like 20 years in jail, I seen he did an interview on Vlad TV. Him and Mysonne made an opinion and, you know, became cool with DJ Vlad, right? So a lot of people mad at Vlad and say, well, Vlad is a culture vulture, Vlad is doing this, Vlad is doing that. And, yeah, I won't disagree with it. I've been critical of his interviews and stuff of that nature. But what's so funny about it is, like Mysonne say, Royce the 5'9" getting down on me because I don't require Vlad to give an apology. I don't really want people to give an apology when I know it ain't coming from a place of endearment or a place where they want to get forgiveness. He said, I don't require you to give me an apology. Mysonne say, I just require you to basically show me with your actions that you are sorry and you will do better. So that's what he was saying. And Royce was saying, no, this motherfucker, this job turkey, I'm trying not to cuss, this job turkey need to apologize. But then I guess somebody knocked on somebody knocked on Mysonne's door or DM and said, well, this the same guy, you know, and Royce the 5'9" that's been protecting Eminem. And he been calling Mariah Carey Black Beast for over 10 years now and disrespecting, you know, a black woman and Nick Cannon. And he been allowed to get away with it. Why didn't Royce the 5'9" hold Eminem accountable? Now, Royce the 5'9" got mad at Yellow Wolf. He did some racist stuff, too. I don't remember what he did. But he got mad at Yellow Wolf as well for some stuff that he said or did, you know, in the past of recent. My whole thing is there's a video of Royce the 5'9" allowing Eminem to say the N-word on stage with him. You know, Royce the 5'9" is rapping and Eminem is legitimately saying the N-word. But it's the same Royce that's trying to put his foot on DJ Vlad neck over to Minister Louis Farrakhan. like I said, I'm not a follower of Louis Farrakhan, but I don't have no issues with him. But I just don't. It's just not my swag. You know, I got issues with him, but people want to ignore those issues. I'm not even gonna speak on them, right? But hey, we not gonna let no white boy come in here and pick on Louis Minister Farrakhan. I get that, but Royce the 5'9" getting mad at Mysonne for, you know, basically capping for Vlad. But he said, you know, basically he told Vlad that since he the one that brought it up, that Vlad said that he don't feel like he got to apologize because people not gonna boycott his platform. He didn't have to bring that up. He could have lied and said, well, this interview I did with Vlad, or I talked to Vlad behind the scenes, and you know he's really sorry, and you know he wanted me. No, he didn't say that. He said I just can't. He said I can't get down with what he's doing. So right then and there, I'm joining Lord Jamar. I'm joining Godfrey in the boycott of Vlad TV. Simple as that. And that wasn't good enough for Royce. He said no, he needs to apologize and this, that, and the third. But then again, you've been protecting one of the white supremacists for years, Eminem. You on the stage with Eminem saying the N-word. I don't see you check Eminem for saying the N-word. But then again, Ground, you try to check Yellow Wolf, and then you try to come back and check in Vlad TV. I don't have nothing against Royce, but when you on stage letting that white boy say the N-word, and then letting that white boy, you know, pick on a black woman and Mariah Carey, and yes, Mariah Carey is black, and then he going against Nick Cannon, the very same Nick Cannon that done gave more black people opportunities than damn near anybody else in the industry. Will, why you ain't never check Royce? Royce, why you ain't never check Eminem for that? I'm from Detroit. I keep it 1,000 wild. Don't none of our artists sound like Royce the 5'9" and Eminem. Not Blade Icewood, not Big Hurt. You know what I'm saying? The guys that we looked up to. I'm not saying Royce the 5'9" not a dope rapper. He is. Eminem, he okay. Yeah, in his day, he had everybody grooving, but his music aged like bananas. But they don't sound like my city. They don't sound like Blade, Big Hurt, Wipeout, Payroll, Icewear Vezo. That's the sound of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Even Big Sean don't really sound like he from Detroit. You know, but that's just my opinion on it. You know, T Grizzly, Sada Bay, all of them got the sound of Detroit. Peasy, Babyface Ray, they sound like the D. Lodge Boys, you keep going on and on. Little Mike back in the day. You know, even K.A., you know, he sound like Detroit. You know, they don't. You know, but my whole thing is, my sound is 100% correct. Why didn't you hold Eminem accountable? Why didn't you make Eminem apologize? You know why? Because Eminem is your superior. That's all it is. You can't go around, you know, trying to be on one white man's neck and then you protecting the next white man for doing even things worse. Vlad did misquote Louis Minister Farrakhan. I heard he took it down. Cool. He been asking questionable, you know, questions on his interviews. Cool. But Eminem, he been saying the N-word. Imagine if we got Vlad on there saying, oh, we having 50 Cent on here tonight. What's up, my nigger? You know, people be like, what? 50 might even knock his teeth out. Yeah. Eminem on stage, N-word. I'm going to have Town Business Sports Entertainment pull that back up again. I had to look at my archive because he sent it to me. You know? So why Royce ain't going to hold him accountable? Why he and then he just talked about Mariah. I'm saying he let this white boy say the N-word on stage with him. Come on. So you can't get on my sign on TV and then you got skeletons in your closet. That's all I'm saying. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Reach out if you got business question, inquiry, sponsor, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support, man. Also, we got a Facebook group, so check that out if you ever want to tap in with me. Twitter's the fastest way than Instagram and Facebook. Also, the Facebook group. All those links in the description. Want to make a donation? Cash App, $CJGood313. Also, the PayPal link is in the description. Best way to donate personally. It's that subscribe button, bell icon button, and share the video. It's the best way possible. So let me know what you guys think. One time for the one time. We gone.